Hello, everyone. I'm Sally, and I am going to follow up with my last energy read on Prince Harry, or I guess it was more of King Charles and his cancer diagnosis. Well, today or in the last couple of days, there is some information floating around on social media, and it's about Prince Harry using his dad's cancer diagnosis as a PR stunt as the loving son's return, and that Camilla was quite outraged. So I'm not exactly personally a fan of Camilla, um, because years ago I was more of a fan of Princess Diana, and she was kind of the wronged woman. But I'm the same age as Princess Diana, and through the years I've kind of adjusted kind of how I saw the situation. And as you tap into the energetic field, as you tap into the Akashic field, and you're able to get more answers, you begin to think, well, maybe I just didn't see that right. It was a tragic tale. These two people probably should have never been married. They were not well suited. And who was well suited was Camilla and Charles. But, at that time, for whatever reason, either Charles wasn't paying attention and needed to, and lost his girl. Whatever happened, it ended up that they did end up together. Now, that of course has made Camilla a bit unpopular, and because everybody loves Diana, and she had two beautiful children. And Prince William, well, as I feel the energy is going to be ascending to the throne sooner than is most people expect. So I decided, because I sort of had my own misgivings about it, my own assumptions about things that turns out that maybe I was wrong on, because now I have the ability to connect into that higher dimensional space, read that infinite mind. I'm going to give you my energetic reading, and I'm just going to say this for entertainment purposes only, because, this is in reality speculation, but it is my energy read for the day. So the question is, did Prince Harry use his dad's cancer diagnosis as a PR stunt, and was he thrown out of the palace by Queen Camilla, being outraged? And so that's where I was headed with this particular energy reading. And so that's the question we asked. And I'm already tuned in. And I'm tuned into the higher self of Prince Harry. And as I'm getting an energetic read on him, I do feel he feels he was slighted. I do feel that Queen Camilla probably said, "You're upsetting your father. You probably need to go." Um, I feel like Prince Harry and Charles are really out of step. And I think also Harry has not dealt with the demise of his mother. I mean, many of us haven't. Um, I think he feels strongly that Camilla should have been out of the way. I think he does blame her a lot. Um, and honestly, that feels to me when I tune into Prince Harry, he blames Camilla, not Charles. He blames Camilla for the mother's death because, in his mind, his mother was broken by the relationship those two carried on when Charles should have been faithful to his own mother. And I don't believe he's ever really forgiven his father for that. I feel William has never really forgiven his father for not doing more to protect or understand his mother. And in fact, it sort of feels to me, from William's perspective, it's you misunderstood mother. She was not mentally ill. She was broken. And but we're tuned into Harry now, and Harry is definitely feeling as if he got kicked in the teeth. But Harry sees everybody kicking him in the teeth. So if I were to give this energy read, kind of that disinterested third party feel to it, to see, there's always his version, her version, and then there's the truth. That's where we're trying to get to, is trying to get to the truth of the situation and what actually happened. So when I tuned into Harry, I got this massive download of information. Um, and I do feel that there was kind of that out of step communication when he first saw his father. I think Charles was kind of, I feel joy in his heart that he's seeing Harry. Um, but then it's almost like, if you've ever watched Northern Exposure and you watch the two characters, Maggie and Joel, go at it, they're both sort of coming from, a purity space where they're both sort of accurate in what they want to say, but they offend each other quickly. And it's not meant to come out that way. It's just that the other person receives that information as basically two skewed lines. Like I might say something and my intent is for it to be something nice and nurturing, but you, on the other hand, receive it as if I'm, slapping you across the face. And that's what I'm talking about with Charles and Harry. And I feel like it was out of, right out of the gate when they came together. I feel like Camilla probably was in the room. Camilla, I feel, when I see the situation sort of unfolding in that cosmic plane, is that Camilla is sort of watching all this unfold. She's always been trying to be the peacemaker, keeping Charles calm. And it really kind of surprised me because I wanted to really dislike this woman. That doesn't sound very enlightenment of me. But as I've aged and kind of got a better grasp of the situation, you can kind of see the perspective of all parties. It's a bit of a tragic story. That they were, they didn't come together initially and create their own children, and it would have been a very different situation. So, we're all here. But I do feel she's always been the mother. Sounds weird, but it's almost a mothering, nurturing place that Charles needed and craved from somebody. And Camilla was the only partner he ever came across that gave him that mothering, nurturing, I got your back no matter what you do kind of thing. Where Diana sort of needed the fathering or the mothering. She needed that same energy, but she needed that energy from Charles, who was unable to give that to her. And Charles, because he didn't know how to give it, he is one that needs it. And so Camilla provides him that balance, that nurturing, that calming place. And so I see, as this dynamic unfolds psychically, energetically speaking, I begin to see Camilla like, now wait a minute, one thing, we're getting off track here. And I feel like she sort of points it out, Harry, because he is so easily triggered. Whatever you want to call it, the traumas of losing his mother, his issues with drugs, the culmination of both. However, that has changed his brain chemistry, I don't know. I'm only speculating. He always feels slighted. He's always seen life as if somebody is attacking him. And I feel he sees Camilla attacking him when all she's trying to do is calm the situation down, because she can see that we're kind of these two skewed lines as we get off step. And I feel like the whole thing sort of blows up out of control. And I don't know that, I don't get the sense that Camilla ordered him out. I don't get that at all. I feel she was trying to calm the situation down. And she's also kind of taken the position, look, we did not abandon you, Harry. You abandoned us. You've turned on us on so many ways. And yet we are here as your family, open arms, see your father, enjoy the conversation with him. But instead, it just ignites into something ridiculous. And it's all because of the position that I feel Harry views life through this lens of I'm a victim lens. I'm a victim. And not only am I a victim, he's got this other layer, but I'm the prince of the realm. And as the prince of the realm, I'm due everything that I expect. I am due this because of who I am. And anybody that comes against this is attacking me. It's a really interesting dynamic because it's like this series of skewed lines constantly going on with this kid. And so, was there a blow up? Oh, yeah, I think there was a blow up, but I don't think it's as it's being presented in the news media. And in fact, I don't think we would have known anything about it. And if I am going to give you a proper energetic reading, the way I'm seeing it being downloaded to me, and remember, entertainment purposes only, because I have no proof of this other than what I'm getting psychically, intuitively, whatnot. Meghan Markle, in my humble opinion, from my humble opinion, is the one who listened to Harry, spew off about how all this happened. And I think she feeds the media. She knows she is, oh, she is kind of a, I couldn't even, honestly, I could not even, I was so excited about this wedding between Meghan Markle and Harry. I was so excited. I thought when I first saw her, my son watched Suits. I did not. He goes, "Oh my gosh, mom, she's beautiful. You have to see her." And I'm like, "Oh gosh, she's gorgeous. Oh, good for Harry." And I was so excited for the wedding. I turned it on, and there was something about it. I was like, there's something wrong here. And I remember I had to turn it off. I got through most of the wedding and then coming outside. And as I stood outside, there was something so energetically dark that I had to turn it off. And I think we all had hopes and aspirations that our American princess was going to do beautiful things. And what has turned out to be the possibility of a lifetime that could have done great works for the benefit of a lot of people just from them highlighting situations has turned into an absolute train wreck because they are both victims and that they have to go right the world. And if you don't believe what we believe, you're wrong. And not only wrong, you're stupid. And so they project that over and over and over. And yet, everybody else sees it but them. So my heart really breaks for Harry. It breaks for Meghan too, because she's kind of wound up and not able to see how she is seen by others. They can only view through their own lens. It's hard. It is hard to see yourself as others see you. But if they want true transformation and be accepted back into the family, they need to get there. They need to drop the victimhood. They need to move forward and try to heal their wounds and then ask for forgiveness because they've done a great harm to their family. Imagine, whether or not any of what he said is true or not, there's no bigger betrayal than putting it out in a book. I think energetically, I feel that Camilla, contrary to the report in the social media, she tried to calm the situation. But when dad got super upset, I feel like she's like, you have to stop doing this. And in Harry's snit, he's like, this. And he turns and he storms off. And I feel like he sees that Camilla was the one who says you have to leave. I think he believes it. But I don't see that is what happened because Harry sees life through the lens of being a victim. This is why I get into telling all my clients learn to dissolve a cloud because you don't have to live your life as a victim. If you've been victimized, most of us have, that doesn't mean you have to spend the rest of your life being angry at the world and living as a victim. You take control of your world. You take control and you can create a new world for yourself. Now, I do feel Meghan Markle is the one who planted that story out in social media. It breaks my heart to even think that, but it is what it is, and that's what I get energetically. And so this is just my energetic reading, again, for entertainment purposes only. And if you would like more information on reading the Akashic Records, what you have going on in your higher self, you can make an appointment with me at sallyknop.com. Sally Knop, my name, .com, and just put your toe in the water, just do a quick energy read. It's $25 for 25 minutes. See if it suits you. We can do a deeper dive after that. But it is kind of fun just to kind of read the Akashic Records and find out what your higher self has to say for you. And maybe, even though it might be something that you don't want to hear, it might be something that you do need to hear from the higher aspect of yourself. So you don't look like Harry to the public, and that what you can do is write your own ship. If you are ready, give me a shout. Thanks for watching. Please give this a thumbs up if you watch this because it does help the algorithms, and I appreciate your watching. Take care for now.